Hey everybody, today's video brings us once again back out to Valley Forge National Historical Park. Yes, once again, we're back at Valley Forge, but honestly, I couldn't think of a better place to spend today than at Valley Forge because this is a great place to catch 'em all. Yes, I got my Pokeball with me and I'm here to play some Pokemon Go, or as the cool kids say, as people like me say, as kids, I'm not a kid, I'm 40 years old, but as cool people like me say, Pogo. I'm here to play some Pokemon Go, aka some Pogo, on National Pokemon Day. Are you celebrating National Pokemon Day? If you are, then you're a geek like me, and I can appreciate that because I love my geekdom and I love Pokemon. I am definitely a big, you hear that? Was that a Pokemon? I think it may have been. I am a huge fan of Pokemon. I've been for a very long time, though I gotta admit, back in 1996 today, February 27th, 1996, when Pokemon was unleashed upon the world, I was not really all that into it at the time because at that point, it had just become a video game for the Game Boy. And I really wasn't playing the Game Boy back then. Now I love the Game Boy. I collect for the Game Boy. The only video games I still really play, other than some games on my son's Switch, the only games I personally collect for, the only systems I personally collect for are the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. I still think the Game Boy Advance SP-101 is the greatest console ever made. If you want to call it a console, I guess we call it it's a handheld console. I love it so much. That is what I collect for. So now, of course, I love playing Pokemon. But back in the day, I wasn't really playing Game Boy. Back in 1996, I had a Game Boy before 96, but in 96, really wasn't doing much Game Boying. I think at that point, maybe I had an N64. I'm trying to think back to when, what was out during 96. I want to say maybe the N64, maybe I was playing some GoldenEye, battling some friends, maybe playing some Mario Kart, possibly some Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's probably what I was doing back in 1996. But I remember a lot of my friends were super crazy into the Pokemon games. I didn't really understand them at the time. And then about a year later, the anime series was dropped upon us. And that is when my obsession with Pokemon began. I never really watched anime. I was never into anime. I was always into cartoons. Cartoons were always a thing I was definitely 100% into. So when Pokemon came out, I didn't even know what anime really was. I had no idea it was a anime series. I just knew it was a cool cartoon series. And I really appreciated it. And I really appreciated the story. And the story really spoke to me. What I loved about Pokemon was a kid basically, was a kid. Ash Ketchum was a kid just becoming a Pokemon trainer. What was his job? What was his passion? What was the thing he was doing? He was going out, traveling the world, and collecting. I obviously love traveling. I love sightseeing. I love going out and just seeing the world. And on top of that, I'm a big time collector. I collect, well, obviously video games for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, but I also collect movies. I have a huge movie collection. I collect Spice Girl memorabilia because I'm a nerd. Also, when it comes to Spice Girls, I love that group. I'm a huge Spice Girl fan, and I love Disney's Figment from Journey into Imagination at Epcot. So I do collect things. I've always collected. My entire life, I've collected something. I've talked to you guys about that before. I've collected rocks. I've collected Pez dispensers. I've collected other toys. I've collected things my entire life. Always been a collector. So the idea of getting to travel the world and collecting on top of it, I'm like, this is the greatest life. I would totally 100% be a Pokemon trainer. That would be the greatest life I could possibly ever live. Just going out, traveling the world, seeing the world, going all over the globe, and on top of that, trying to collect as many Pokemon as I can, trying to catch them all, Pokemon. That would be amazing. That would be so cool. I would love it. So I think when it came down to the cartoon, it just really spoke to me. Even though maybe at the time I didn't really realize it was speaking to me, I had this kinship spirit. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I had this fascination with the idea of just traveling and collecting. It seemed like an amazing life. And now for the most part, I kind of sort of get to live that life. Now for a living, I get to go out, travel the world, hopefully eventually travel the world. But as of right now, travel the United States, see things, go places, experience stuff, and collect movies and whatnot. On top of that, that's what I do for a living. I make these videos doing that. So in a way, I'm not a Pokemon trainer, but I get to live the life kind of a Pokemon trainer, just minus the Pokemon. Although I get to play Pogo when I'm out and about. And I love Valley Forge for that, because Valley Forge actually has a lot of Pokemon stops, a lot of great Pokemon to collect here. So I'm actually out here right now doing some Pokemon collecting, playing some Pogo to celebrate National Pokemon Day. I never got into the cards. I think the cards came out maybe like 3 years later or something like that. I never got in to the cards. I think they came out like 1998. I remember I had some friends who were very much into the trading cards, and the trading cards are very popular still to this day. A lot of people still collect and trade the Pokemon cards, a lot of those being worth a ton of money, which is pretty awesome. But I never, here comes a car. I think they're playing Pogo. I want to say, look, the fellow Pokemon Pogo players are trying to collect them all, probably driving around, going to all the different Pokestops, throwing their Pokeballs, trying to catch the Pokemon. So anyway, what was I trying to say? I don't remember anymore before I was interrupted by the other fellow Pokemon Go. We're gonna head back to the car now. But anyway, so I'm out here trying to catch some Pokemon here in Valley Forge. There's a lot of Pokestops, a lot of Pokemon to collect. I don't think there's any actual special events going on today. They always have these special events going on when it comes to Pokemon Go, the app for the phone. They have all these special events going on for that throughout the year. But surprisingly today, I don't think there's any special events going on. No special Pokemon to collect or any special things to do today, which kind of blows my mind. Of all the days that they could have special events on Pokemon Go, why not National Pokemon Day? But I looked it up. I looked online, Googled it. Didn't see anything listed about a special event going on. When I went onto the app today, there was no mention of anything going on. So I don't think there's actually any special events going on the app, which again, kind of blows my mind. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But still, it doesn't mean I can't go out and try to catch some more Pokemon. And that's what I'm doing. There's another car coming down here. Let's see another local Pogo player. Probably getting mad. They have to drive around my car. There's only a small little area to park here off the side of the road. There's no actual parking spots. And this big Ford truck who's out there playing Pokemon and tripping over thorny things. There's pricker bushes like all over the side of this road. Anyway, so like I said, I'm out here catching some Pokemon, stopping at the Pokestops, throwing my Pokeball around. You don't actually have to throw. I just happen to have a Pokeball. You don't actually physically throw Pokeballs. It's just a game you play on your phone. But I love it. Do you guys play Pokemon Go? If you do play Pokemon Go, friend me. I'm gonna put my Pokemon Go link, or whatever you want to call it, down below in the description of this video. You guys can become friends with me on Pokemon Go. We can do some trading. We can send gifts to each other. We can have some fun playing Pokemon Go together. So if you do play Pokemon Go, like I said, in the description of this video, I will put a link, or whatever it is you put, to Pokemon Go, to my Pokemon Go account, so you can befriend me. We can be buddies on Pokemon Go, on Pogo, if you do play it. But like I said, I don't think there's actually any special events going on today. But that's okay. I'm just gonna catch myself some Pokemon. Like I said, go to some Pokestops and have some fun. I love Pokemon. Do you love Pokemon? Are you a fan? Were you into the video games? Were you into the trading cards? Or are you like me and just really got into the anime series? I remember actually going to see the first Pokemon movie at the movie theater. In fact, I think it was at the Regal Theater that I just did a video for, the one that's possibly closing down. If I'm not mistaken, my friend and I, the friend whose brother was the manager there and got us in for free, I think I went to go see the first Pokemon movie, maybe just the first one. I don't know if I saw Pokemon 2000 or not with him. I don't remember, but I definitely saw the first Pokemon movie in the theaters with my friends at that Regal Cinema, which is pretty awesome. Because again, I was a huge fan of the anime series. I loved just again the whole idea of somebody going out, Ash Ketchum going out, getting his Pikachu, his starter Pokemon, and then going out, traveling the world, and trying to catch them all, collect as many Pokemon as he possibly can, and then sort of barbarically battling them with each other to the point of exhaustion. Like when you think about Pokemon, it's actually kind of like disturbing, the idea of you battle a Pokemon to the point of exhaustion, throw a Pokeball at it, capture him, they get shrunk into this little ball thing right here. Who knows how that works. So Pokemon they have to live their life inside these little tiny balls here. I like to think that inside these little balls, there's a TV and a bedroom. It's like a little house somehow inside these. That's what I like to think of it as, not just a Pokemon crammed up inside a Pokeball. But when you think about it, it is kind of barbaric that you're battling these Pokemon to the point of exhaustion, throwing a Pokeball at them, capturing them, and then you go out and you battle them some more, again, to the point of exhaustion. If you watch this show, there's a lot of times where the Pokemon are pretty messed up. They have to rush them to Nurse Joy to get them fixed up, to get them healed. It's actually a pretty crazy idea when you think about it. Again, very barbaric when it comes to battling other creatures and animals for the sake of, I guess, your enjoyment or whatnot, it's weird. Anyway, but I still love the idea of traveling and collecting. So if you're a fan of Pokemon, leave a comment down below. If you're playing Pokemon Go, leave a comment down below. Also check down below for my link or whatever it is, my code or whatever it is I had to put down there so you can actually befriend me on Pokemon Go. We can be Pokemon Go buddies. I would appreciate that. And then we can, like I said, do some trading, and we can do some, there's a Pokemon up there somewhere, and you throw the Pokeball and catch it, and then we can battle it to the point of exhaustion. And then we can, like I said, do some trading, and we can send some gifts to each other and things like that, which would be pretty awesome. That would be a heck of a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, that is it for today's video. Just want to talk to you guys about Pokemon, how I'm a huge fan of it, how I love the anime series, and I now love the video games. Now that I actually play them, I'm so scared I'm gonna fall down this hill. It's a very steep, crazy hill right there. I do not want to tumble down that. I would not do well. I would definitely fall and break something at the age of 40 years old. And then my Pokemon had to come to my rescue and save me. So I don't want to drop my Pokeball down there either, because if I drop my Pokeball down there, I'm going to have to climb down and get it, because I need to get this back. So anyway, guys, like I said, befriend me on Pokemon Go. Do you play Pokemon Go? Are you a fan of Pokemon Go? Are you a fan of the anime series? Are you a fan of the trading cards? Are you a fan of the video games? If you are, definitely let me know. I want to hear all your fun experiences you have had with Pokemon over the years. I want to hear your stories on Pokemon. Who is your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Charmander. I love Charmander, or is that evil guy? What was his name? I can't remember his name. He always called him Charmander, not Charmander, Charmander. He had that, like, was it Australian accent or whatever? It was from that episode where he was like, he abandoned his Charmander, like basically left him to die, because if a Charmander's flame on his tail goes out, they die. And he left him, but Ash saved him, and he became Ash's Pokemon. Anyway, can you tell I love this series? It was such a fantastic, at least the first, I guess, maybe 2 seasons of Pokemon I was really into. By the 3rd season, I wasn't really watching it much anymore, but I still love it. It's so fantastic. So anyway, let me know who's your favorite Pokemon. I want to know who your favorite Pokemon is. Again, comments down below. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go, because I have to go catch them all. I got to go hit up some more Pokestops. I got to drive around, do some parking, walk through some fields, and try to catch some more Pokemon so I can battle them, like I said, to the point of exhaustion. Looks like a lot of people actually have walked down this little hill right here. There's a path right there. I'm not going to do that. All right, guys. So again, that's it. So as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro Resop t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do go to help supporting the show, keeping the show going. So I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, so again, that's it. Like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you do hit that subscribe button, or you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow. What is that up there? Hold on, we're not done. What is this up here? I found a secret thing. What is this? What the heck is this? If you're still watching, hashtag down below. Hashtag still watching. What is this? It says, G, the G-E or G-G? What is that? I don't think it's a tombstone. I'm going to say that's probably some kind of historical marker, maybe? What is that? Interesting, weird. You guys have any idea? I'm putting a shadow on. There we go. If you know, leave a comment down below. What is this? Weird. All right. Anyway, now I'm officially going to let you go. If you saw that, again, hashtag still watching if you are still watching me see weird things on hills, and running out them and showing them, and now having to walk through pricker bushes. All right. Like I said, gonna go catch them all. I'll see you guys next video. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'm not dead. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. All right. See you next video. Bye.